Well, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you again, and as usual, a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. And if you're new, a warm welcome to you also. This is Meals of the Week, and my name is Cheryl. And just before I move on, can I just ask if you've subscribed or just about to subscribe? If you check down below and you'll see a wee bell symbol, could you do me a big favour? Just click on that, and that's going to give you a notification every time I post a video, because I've had quite a lot of you over the past couple of weeks saying that you're not getting notified when I do post a video. So if you could just pop down, quickly do that, it would mean the world to me. So thank you very much. Like I said, this is Meals of the Week. This is just our main meal of the day. And I just like to do these videos, you know, just to try and give you ideas of maybe meals you want to make for your own family, because I know you can get stuck from time to time and get stuck in a bit of a rut. So, I mean, I watch these videos as well, and that's why I started doing them. I find them really interesting. But just before I move on, I wanted to say my heart goes out to those of you who have been affected by the Australian bushfires. You know, it's absolutely devastating and so very heartbreaking. So yeah, so if any of you watching are affected by the Australian bushfires, just know that my heart is with you and you're in my thoughts. You know, it's such a cruel world sometimes, and I am thinking about you. So yeah, so let's move on and see what we had this week, starting off on Monday all the way through till today, which is Sunday. So starting off on Monday, it was a bit of a mixed day. Me and Mr. What's for Tea had steak pie, so we had some mashed potato, some mashed turnip, steak, sausage and gravy with a puff pastry lid. This pie was from the local butcher, but I do make my own from time to time, and I've done a video on it, so I'll leave it linked in the description box down below. The girls just had soup and a roll. They wanted something a bit lighter. So that's half a buttered baguette with some sliced tomato and some smoked bacon medallions, and a homemade lentil soup. I just pulled this out of the chest freezer in the garage, and some spinach and Gruyere pastry twists at the side, just for dunking in. Moving on to Tuesday, a bit of an unusual one for us. We don't normally have pasta and salad, but this is a classic caprese salad. It's just slices of tomato and fresh mozzarella, topped with shaved parmesan, fresh basil and a drizzle of olive oil. Now, I had this at Frankie and Benny's last week and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I wanted to recreate it myself, and if I'm being honest, this was better. The only thing that was different is I didn't have the balsamic glaze. I then made a penne arrabbiata, so this is penne pasta in a spicy tomato, chilli, onion, garlic, basil, parmesan sauce. Again with fresh basil, some fresh pepper and some garlic bread at the side. Lovely combination this, really enjoyed this, everyone did. And moving on to Wednesday, I made a shepherd's pie. Again, I've done a video recipe for this, so I'll leave it linked down below. So that's the shepherd's pie. We had some garden peas and some green beans on the side. Now, if you can let this go cold, you know, it looks a bit more presentable on the plate, but I never get that chance, so it just looks like slop. Very tasty though. And moving on to Thursday, this is the beef hot pot recipe that I popped up a few days ago, so you've probably seen this already. If not, again, I'll leave it linked in the description box down below. If you just click on the show more, it'll bring everything up, and we had that with mashed turnip and some crusty buttered bread. And that's it there. It was really tasty. It was just me and Mr. What's for Tea that actually ate this. The rest went round to my mother-in-law. The girls had bangers and mash. So mashed potato, some pork sausage from the butcher and some baked beans. Charming. Moving on to Friday, and these are just some chicken and vegetable pies from the local butcher with a jacket potato and butter. That's the chicken and vegetable pie there, with some broccoli. Now, I didn't put any gravy on because there's bags of gravy inside that pie. I actually just wanted ravioli. This is a vegan spinach, garlic and cheese ravioli, which I didn't know. It was one of you guys that pointed it out in my shopping haul that it was actually vegan, and it was really tasty. And I just made a quick cheese sauce and had some tomatoes and garlic bread and a wee pinch of smoked paprika on top. Moving on to Saturday, you'll see this most weeks. This is my steak and cheese macaroni bake. And again, I've done a recipe for this, which I'll pop down below. Everyone in the house loves this. It's incredibly tasty, but really easy and simple to make. And so many of you have tried this and told me, you've sent me emails, pictures and IG and said how much you love it as well. Moving on to Sunday, it was just me and Mr. What's for tea. So we had jigget chops. I got these from a local butcher, and I think they were about £5 each, around about that. We had some chips, and I made a broccoli and cauliflower bake as well. It was a bit of an anniversary. I mean, me and Mr. What's for tea are not married, but it was a kind of when we first met type of thing, anniversary, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so that was our meals this week. So thank you very much for watching, and if you're leaving at this point, if you're staying on, this is just a few of your comments from my videos from the previous week. So let's go and see what you were saying this week. First comment is from Keith, and he said, "You've melted my heart with your personal warmth and delicious meals. Best to you and your loved ones." Well, thank you very much, Keith. That was such a lovely comment to read, and I just love these kind of comments. You know, it really does touch me. So thank you very much for your very kind comment and for stopping by and deciding to comment. The next comment is from Mark, and he's written, "Mrs. Doubtfire." Yeah, get this, all of the time. It's either Mrs. Doubtfire or Moira from Emmerdale, the TV show here in the UK, or Princess Merida from Disney's Brave. But my personal favourite, I think, has got to be Anita Manning from Antiques Roadshow. Yeah, but you know, she's about 35 or 40 years older than me, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't suppose it's a bad thing. But yeah, it's funny enough, I do think we sound very similar. If you don't know who Anita Manning is, she's on a TV show here called Antiques Roadshow, and I think if you put that into YouTube, Anita Manning Antiques Roadshow, you'll be able to hear her, and we do sound spookily similar. So yeah, so thank you very much for your comment. Next comment's from Kabuki Clown. They've written, "Seeing Mr. What's for tea in the reflection reach over and give you a sweet kiss absolutely made my day. Oh, my heart." Well, thank you very much, Becky. That was well noticed. You've got a very good eye there. You know, I think you were one of 3 or 4 people who actually noticed that. So thank you very much for watching, because obviously you're watching very closely. I was going to take that out, but I said, no, I'm going to leave that in just to see if anybody notices. And I did say to Mr. What's for tea, you know, you can see a reflection in the slow cooker lid, and he says, just leave it. So he wasn't that bothered. But yeah, it was very interesting to see who actually noticed. So thank you very much for your comment, and lovely to see you again, Becky. Next comment is from our friend Gary Boyd, and he's written, "Peely Wally, good golly, Miss Molly, needs mushrooms. Thanks for following me back on Insta. You're sure to be disappointed." His comments always crack me up, and I think, you know, in real life we'd be quite good friends because we've got quite similar or very similar senses of humour. So yeah, so lovely to see you, Gary, and absolutely no problem. I you know, I do follow quite a lot of you back, so thanks very much for stopping by. The next comment is from ISYT or ISYT, and they've written, "Is that a new slow cooker you've got? If you recommend it, you should put in an Amazon affiliate link to it. It means you'll make a wee bit money anytime someone buys it after clicking your link." Well, I actually did get a new slow cooker. This was a crock pot I'd had my eye on for a wee while. You know, I've been hearing such wonderful things about them, so I managed to pick one up in the sales. It was from a local supermarket chain here, Tesco, and it was only £14, so I decided to pick one up and see what it was like. So it wasn't actually off of Amazon, but thank you very much for your comment. The next comment is from Wallace TF, I think. I hope I got that right. And they've written, "What slow cooker do you have?" Well, I was using a Morphy Richards 3.5 litre up till, well, not too long ago. But for Christmas in the sales, I picked myself up a slow cooker, which is the Crock-Pot Original. And it was only £14, and I did get it in the sales. So yeah, that's the one I'm using at the moment. And it's a 3.5 litre, which is recommended for 4 people, which is ideal for us because I normally cook for 4 people. But I do believe they have a 6 or a 6.5 litre one as well, which is obviously meant for a much bigger family. So yeah, so that's what that was. So thank you very much. The next comment is from Evil Scotsman. Love the name. They've written, "That mince pie looks banging, so does the mac and cheese." Well, thank you very much, and I completely agree. Those mince pies from the butcher are absolutely incredible. They're just consistently amazing. You know, I really don't think you can beat the butcher for these kind of things. They're just streets ahead of anything you can buy in the supermarket. And the mac and cheese, well, I've got a recipe for that, so if you check through my wee videos, you'll find it there. So thank you very much for stopping by. Your next comment is from JRT, and they've written, great idea posting comments with a response. It lets viewers know there's a good person on the other side. Your local scenic pics are also good. Well, that's absolutely fine, not a problem. So here I am responding to your comments. So yeah, that's just something I like to do, because I appreciate that people are taking the time out of their day to not only watch my video, but, you know, like it and or thumbs it up and, you know, leave a comment. So I really do appreciate it. It's just something that I like to do. Obviously I can't respond to each and every one of your comments like this, because there are hundreds of them, but I do try and respond, you know, in text underneath the comment you've left, to as many as I can. But there are hundreds and hundreds now, but I do try and respond to as many as I can, and I actually do read every single one of them. And thinking about that, you know, one of my subscribers, Mohammed Afran, I just wanted to say a big hello to you, because I know that, you know, you watch all of my videos, you comment on all of my videos, and you actually left a comment saying, could you be mentioned in one of my videos? Now, I couldn't find your comment, so I've decided to do it this way instead, so I hope you don't mind. So Mohammed had said Happy New Year and could it be mentioned, so Happy New Year to you and your family, Mohammed, and thank you very much for watching. It's much appreciated. So that was my meals this week, guys, and I shall be back in the next few days with my forfar bridie recipe. And a forfar bridie is basically a handheld mincemeat pie encased in pastry. Forfar is just an area of Scotland, so I'll explain more about that when I do the video. So until I see you next, mind to take care of yourselves, and wherever you are in the world, you know, wherever you are, make sure you're taking care of yourself and looking after one another, and I shall see you very soon. So bye for now, lots of love, take care, bye now.